Folks, your weekend is almost over, but the Rizzo Show starts right now.
The Hard Rock Rocksino Northfield Park presents The Rizzo Show. And now your host, Tony Rizzo, with co-host Mike Polk Jr.
Thanks a lot.
There you go. Turn our
Thank
mics
you.
on. There we go. Maybe they don't want us to talk.
That's their choice. I don't blame them.
I can't blame them. Welcome to the Sunday Fun Day edition of the Rizzo Show. Michael, did you have a good week? I know you're doing barbecue places for Cleveland.com.
I am. I'm hunting for the best barbecue in Cleveland, and yes, I'm absolutely full of ribs right now. We'll see how this goes. We're kind of on the clock here. Just
Is that why you got a little sauce on your
I do.
That's
yeah.
what I thought.
Sorry.
Folks, when we talk about the Browns, we usually start with
Quarterbacks.
Yeah,
That's always it.
So we're not going to do it tonight. We're going to start with the running backs, all right?
There's hope there.
I think that this is one of the best position groups on the Browns team. The additions of Nick Chubb, Carlos Hyde. Mike, should the Browns get a little better running the football? And how about this? They didn't run last year. Remember, Hugh was pass happy.
Yeah.
With this stable, Duke Johnson signed to a new deal. You got to run the ball this year.
It's a reminder, honestly, of Hugh's terrible choices last year. A lot of times, the fact that we weren't running. You've got all these incompetent quarterbacks, and we insisted on not running the ball nearly as much as we should have. But I love this lineup. I love these running backs. This is one of the strengths. People thought it was kind of weird when we went after Chubb in the draft because we had already gone after Carlos Hyde.
Yeah.
But you know, if you're a team like us without a real identity yet, if you can establish a running identity between Carlos Hyde and Chubb, and then I love Duke Johnson's work, obviously. That dude's amazing.
By the way, Duke is now the seasoned veteran of the backfield, says there's great potential with this group, but they have got to know their roles.
Yeah. Duke's been
definitely can be something special. Again, we have to find our role. Each one of us have to find a role and you know, not be upset about it, not get bothered about it, but embrace it. And the sooner we embrace and the sooner we understand what our role is for this team, the better it will be.
No names, please. A Browns official told me for a bold prediction that Nick Chubb would lead the Browns in rushing this year.
Oh, wow.
He's looked really good so far in camp.
And you got to love Duke Johnson. And he's actually even talked about possibly playing some more slot receiver. He really wants to. And he can catch, man.
Yeah, Duke was also, Mike, one of the few guys still playing hard last year.
Yeah.
When the Browns were
the whole
0-13 and 0-14.
Yeah.
Fans don't forget that kind of stuff. Speaking of the Browns, I headed out to Bree on Wednesday afternoon and caught up with the one and only Tony Grossi from ESPN Cleveland. We covered everything from Tyrod to Todd Haley to Hugh on the hot seat. Here you go.
I know this guy.
We're at Browns training camp, and I'm with the top analyst in Cleveland for the Browns, Tony Grossi from ESPN Cleveland. Tony, a lot of people say there's a different vibe, a different feel. You've been to 30-plus camps. What do you think?
Yeah, I can tell a different vibe as well as anyone here after that many camps. It is different. You know, we're coming off so many losing years, particularly the last two, and no one's out here dragging their chin on the field. Even us in the media are looking forward to seeing this new edition of the Browns. So I think they've done as good a job as they possibly could of changing the culture without playing a game yet. So.
And they're going to do that. Tone, what about Baker Mayfield? I've heard more debate about, should he play, will he play? It seems like every other day Hugh's got to come out and say he's not going to start. But, there are reports now that he's looked really good. What do you think the future is for him?
Well, I think the future is in the future right now. I think they're determined to carry out this plan to start Tyrod Taylor, and I think it's because of a couple of things. Their faith in Tyrod that he's going to win games for him. And it's not anything against Baker, but they feel they have created the luxury of having him come in when they feel he's ready. Now, by the time his training camp and preseason are over, I don't know, they may change their mind. But I don't think that Tyrod is going to perform such that, it will be an easy decision to put the rookie in there.
Tony, other big changes on offense. The Browns got Todd Haley. He's a guy who's proven himself in the league, comes over from the Steelers. Have you seen a difference in the offense? And do you see Hugh Jackson being more of a CEO type?
Well, I definitely see Hugh being more CEO type. He's certainly been that here at practice. You don't see him standing next to the quarterback and talking to the quarterback after every play. That's not his job anymore. And I think that's although that was tough for him to give up because that was his baby, he's a lot more relieved and relaxed not to have to coach every single play. Head coaches don't do that in practice, you know, and that'll free him up on Sundays. As far as the difference in the offense under Haley, it's tough to see out here, Riz, because they're practicing according to a script. They may practice 32 for a whole period, you know, so you're not seeing the rhythm of Haley's offense, and we won't see that really till September. We won't even see the true part of that in preseason.
I was going to say, we have a game coming up this Thursday, and the Browns open up against the Giants. It'll be on NFL Network, and Baker Mayfield's going to play in that game. Explain to everybody, the starters don't play a lot.
No, in this case, though, with a quarterback learning a new team and offense and teammates, I would expect to see Tyrod Taylor in for a certain number of plays, maybe 10, as many as 10, I don't know. But it depends if he could go right down the field. If he goes down there in 4 plays, I'm sure they'll say, fine, sit down. But I would expect Baker Mayfield to get the most number of snaps in this first game because and everyone's so excited to see him. I got a feeling he's going to have a great preseason, and he's going to create a new buzz about himself.
Yeah, maybe a new documentary as well.
Is there anything left to be documented?
He's done 2 documentaries already, folks. Tony, I know it's early. You know, Browns go from 0-16. Everybody knows Hugh Jackson, 1-31. He's on the hottest seat in sports right now. Is there a number of wins you think he's got to produce this year to stick around?
Well, I think we all have our number. The question is, do the Haslams have a number? To me, I've said on our shows, on RBS, on WKNR, I think 7 is a realistic expectation to strive for. 7 wins means fewer than 10 losses. To me, it's symbolic as much as anything to get off the double-digit losses. And I think although the Haslams have come out and say they kind of regard this as his first season, not his third, but they also point out everything they've done to support him this year. Sure. And, quote, we'll see the real Hugh Jackson now. And, your first year as head coach, if you go less than 7-9, that's not a great year no matter what you're taking over.
You think the Browns can win some games this year? I'm not going to ask for a prediction because, like you said, we haven't even seen a preseason game, but you think they're going to win some games?
I do. And I think by the end of the year, a successful season to me will be the 1-31 will be in the distant past, and it won't be at the forefront of our thinking, as everyone is understandably skeptical that this thing's ever going to get going. I think by the end of the year, a successful season, we won't even remember 1-31. Now that requires a lot of wins, and I think listen, they've done as good as they could in this first year of the season they need to get to competitiveness. Sure. So they'll be competitive, I think, barring an injury epidemic. But, and that sets up then next year, handoff to Baker, and they're on their way.
Tony, thanks. Always a pleasure. Back to us.
I love when you do that. So I did that.
Now
back to us.
You said something while we were watching that I think people will be interested in. You got to see the quarterbacks for the first time play a little bit. And what did you see?
I saw Baker Mayfield has a big arm.
That's
I think
good.
a big Baker Mayfield's arm's a little bigger than people realize. It's certainly stronger than Tyrod Taylor. Tyrod's not known for having a giant arm in the league. But if you're going to throw the ball in Cleveland, especially in bad weather, and folks, the playoff games are in bad weather, so you want to be in the playoffs.
I remember those.
Right. Well, hopefully we'll be back. But Baker Mayfield's got a big arm.
Yeah.
The question is, Mike, how long are they going to be able to hold back Baker Mayfield?
We do know this. What is it? Since we came back, I don't think any quarterback has ever finished the season that started the season. Things happen in Cleveland. Things happen in the NFL. Things particularly seem to happen in Cleveland, and I don't wish that upon anything. The best case scenario is we don't see Baker the whole season, but we're going to see Baker this season. It's just the way it works in this town.
What a great weekend in Canton as the 2018 Pro Football Hall of Fame class of 18 was inducted. Boy, what a class, too.
Yeah.
Star-studded. Yeah, I'm not going to go there, folks, but Ray Lewis should have been a Brown, remember?
Yeah, and probably should have gone to jail.
No, I think that was their first draft after moving to Baltimore. And
that hurts.
Canton does such an amazing job, though. I love this, too. I love the Hall of Fame game.
Yeah.
I love that on Thursday night. I don't like the Sunday night Hall of Fame game.
I totally agree.
I loved seeing it last Thursday. Have you ever been in there for an induction?
I have.
It is. It's great.
And I've been there for the Hall of Fame game, too. And it is, even though we're watching meaningless football on this past Thursday, obviously, but isn't it great to have meaningless football back to actually? I know that that's sad, but this is it's like Christmas Eve is what it is, and so I'm excited about
everybody
football.
was watching.
Oh yeah.
I mean, don't worry about
No
that.
doubt.
And I remember I used to have so much fun. I used to do the parade with Wilma.
Oh,
Wilma
yeah?
Smith.
Yeah.
I used to do the parade. Dan Deerdorf, Wilma Smith, and me.
Were you throwing out candy?
We did it for about 5 years. No, I had to interview the guys as they came through in their cars.
I see. That's fun.
It was fun. Coming up, is he the American League's cookie monster? Time to give some props to Carlos Carrasco. We'll talk Little Tribe. Stay with us.
Oh yeah, Hard Rock.
Is that a Stratomatic? What is that?
That's a Strat.
I have no idea what I'm talking about. Welcome back to the Rizzo Show. It is time to give your Cleveland Indians some love, Michael. First up, though, were you a little disappointed? No big bat at the trade deadline? Folks, I want you to understand, I talked to a lot of baseball insider people. There weren't any big bet. Bryce Harper wasn't coming to Cleveland.
That wasn't happening.
Mike Rizzo is the GM, no relation of the Nationals. He was dangling Harper out there to see what he could get. He wasn't coming here, and people were complaining. I feel bad. The Indians got the 2 relievers they needed the week before the trade deadline.
Right, and that got overshadowed, as we were talking about, because it happened so soon and we were just waiting for that big thing to hit. But they made a big improvement. They did make a big improvement before that trade deadline, and you've already seen the results of it in that middle relief, and I think that's gonna pay off big time down the long run.
Congratulations, Jose Ramirez, named Player of the Month. From hitting to pitching, you know who the hottest pitcher is in baseball right now.
Who's that?
Off the DL, it's Cookie Carrasco.
Yep.
Carlos, folks, is 5-0 in his last 6 starts. He's 13-5, has a 3.6 ERA. I know Kluber is probably still the ace, and I know Bauer is pitching very well. But what a luxury to have a guy like this, as your 2 starter. If you had to play the Yankees in the playoffs right now, who are you making your game 1 starter? Remember last year, Kluber wasn't right, and they went with Bauer, and it paid off. We won.
I think at this point, I would probably just what we're seeing right now, I'd go Bauer because he's the craziest, and he doesn't seem to be bothered by the lights or anything like that. Then I would probably go Cookie, and then I'd go Kluber, and that's no knock on Kluber. We have an embarrassment of riches is a nice thing. Most of these teams have one of those aces, and their second guy is really good, but we've got three pitchers right now who can dominate anytime they want.
Boy, the Yankees would love to have our pitching, although the Red Sox look pretty good.
Yeah, that's scary.
Mike, time to talk about your favorite sport, golf.
I'll see you guys later.
Bridgestone wrapped up its final round today as the tournament is heading to Memphis next year.
Yeah, it's gross.
Firestone will now host the Senior Players Championship. It was a great run. It was so great to see Tiger this weekend and Phil and Rory and everyone. But Michael, I got to tell you, this is a tournament I went to when I was a kid because I grew up playing golf.
Right.
It has so many memories. I hope somehow that the PGA Tour can come back.
Yeah, and
it's a great event for Akron.
A lot of history there. Obviously, Tiger had a lot of great experiences there, and that's one of his favorite courses. And it was great for the area. Even as somebody who doesn't enjoy golf, I would go to that thing whenever I get passes or something, or I go every other year or something like that. And it's a good party. It's fun. And it's great for the area and seeing everybody out. And
Firestone.
It's a damn shame that we lost that to Memphis.
Wow.
But oh well.
Speaking of golf. Now this you might watch. Folks, we're going to have a showdown around Thanksgiving. Shadow Creek Golf Course in Las Vegas. How about this? Tiger Woods versus Phil Mickelson, one-on-one, $10 million payout. Here's what I don't like.
Right.
I want it to be winner take all.
Agreed.
In other words, the purse is $10 million, and if Tiger wins, he gets the $10 million. Phil wins, he gets the $10 million. There are rumblings the guys are going to wear microphones while they play. I think this is fantastic, and I think golf needs more of this.
Yeah, it's fun. It's good for golf. It's like the Happy Gilmore effect. Think about it. Get more people involved. This is a very simple thing to explain to people who are not
Bob Barker.
who are not big golf fans. You got one-on-one by 2 of the best of all time going at it with each other, and people who aren't big golf fans like myself would tune in to watch that because we understand the basics of competition and money.
Do you imagine a $10 million putt on the last hole for the winner, win or lose?
Do you think they'll do the mic thing or not?
Yeah, they will.
Really?
I think they will. And by the way, They hate each other. All right, they don't hate each other, but they really
They're pretending
don't
to like each other.
Oh, they
to be
will
over
for
it.
this.
Yeah.
That'll be worth watching.
Can they hang on to that? That's the thing.
Mike, the Cavs aren't playing basketball yet, but a couple
and
of
they
them
might not this season, technically, really, if you look at
have
it.
been in the news for their off-the-court shenanigans. First up, Tristan Thompson allegedly punched Draymond Green at a party. He's my new hero. I'm getting his jersey because I'm not a Draymond Green fan.
No, neither am I. We need some details on that still. I think that I want that whole story to come out before I start celebrating it. But if anytime you punch Draymond Green, I'm on your side.
How about J.R. Smith allegedly throwing a fan's cell phone outside a New York City bar into a construction site?
Wait, R.J.R. Smith?
R.J.R. Smith.
Right there, we're referencing both the phone and the soup situation. He loves throwing items.
Listen, though, the kid wanted to take a picture. J.R. said no. The fan took a picture anyway, and J.R. grabbed his phone and threw it 80 yards.
Because he is J.R. Smith, and he's allowed to do that.
The man is suing him for I think just the phone.
But wasn't that worth it? J.R. Smith makes how much a year?
$14 million.
$14 million for $800 to tell just somebody like, go get it.
It's like $8 to me and you.
It's $8.
I would do it.
I would do that.
Coming up, I've seen you do that. We are eating some unbelievable food. Folks, we're going Delta Blue. Tell you all about it when we come back. We are in Berea. Got a tip from the Browns media. We're on 237 in Berea, and we're at Delta Blue. Let's check it out. Folks, I'm hungry, and I'm in the right place. I'm in the kitchen with my man Orlando right here. Orlando is running the show here at Delta Blue. Where are you from, Orlando?
From Cleveland, Ohio.
Cleveland, Ohio. Gotta love that. How about your Indians?
Excellent. World Series, baby.
That's right. I gotta ask, Orlando, where'd you get the idea for this? So you are seafood and barbecue, right? Where'd you get the idea for this?
I just feel like comfort food. Cleveland is a hard-working town. We're a lunch barrel town.
Yeah.
And this is what I like.
Yeah, and that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna get a little lunch barrel eating going right now. What are you gonna make for me, partner?
I'm gonna make you something for a king.
Fit for a king?
That's it.
Let's see what he can produce here. We're gonna go have a seat. He promised to feast, and folks, Orlando delivered. Partner, this is unbelievable. First of all, what is that?
That's a stuffed sole. It's stuffed with spinach and crab meat. And we have our just roasted vegetables with it.
Stuffed sole. Dover sole. Light fish.
Very light.
Oh, it's spectacular. What is this?
Oh, that's our Delta Blue shrimp po' boy.
Shrimp po' boy. These are your shrimp. What is it? Sauce you put on there, Orlando?
Oh, that's a special sauce. But Riz, I don't know if I could tell you all that. That's gonna be hard now.
Oh. Oh, that is so good. It's hot, but really good. Secret sauce.
It's a secret sauce.
It's like the Big Mac sauce. You can't give it out to everybody. I'm eating with my fingers, but it's all my food. Don't worry. This is the catfish.
Yes.
I love a good catfish. Ready? Well,
We got a winner.
you had to soak that in something. I know the tricks here, believe me. You put so much passion into your cooking, it comes through in the taste. I want you to know that. Folks, we are on 237, right in Berea. We're about 2 minutes from the Browns complex here, right here at Delta Blue. Get out here and check it out. I am going to finish up, especially this catfish right now. Thank you, partner.
Thanks for coming in, Riz.
Oh, that was good. Little
still
southern,
taste it.
little soul food.
Yeah.
It's so good. You can taste the love.
I've been to that place. It's
In
good
every
stuff.
bite. Check them out. Again, they're in Berea. When we return, we'll open up the Rizzy Vault. But first, let's check in with Mandy, our favorite place, the Roxino, where you're going to be.
Yeah, this next week. Check it out.
Hey there, rock stars. This is what's up at the Roxino. $10 million. We're pumping up the winnings 24 hours a day, 7 days a week at Hard Rock Roxino Northfield Park throughout the month of August. It's our biggest promotion with the best prizes ever. Guaranteed free play all day, every day. A chance to win $10,000 cash every day you swipe. Win a 2019 Volkswagen Jetta every Saturday. And to top it off, $20,000 in cash will be awarded every Sunday. Try the amazing new Smokehouse menu at Hard Rock Cafe, featuring all your favorite barbecue entrees, smoked to a perfect taste and tenderness. You have 4 chances to enjoy a night of laughs when local award-winning comedian, author, and columnist Mike Polk Jr. headlines Club Velvet on August 17th and 18th. The show's at 7 p.m. and 9:30 p.m. Don't miss out. I'm your host, Mandy, and I'm signing off one last time. Find your rhythm at Hard Rock Rocksino Northfield Park. Vegas experience, Ohio address.
All right, stay tuned for our good friends, Big Chuck and Little John. They are up next. Time to open up the Rizzy Vault. Michael, we're traveling back to 1999. 23-year-old Tiger Woods at Firestone, eyeing up a big putt. Look at how big the shirt is on him.
Look when he still had joy in his life.
99. That was his first of many wins
Right.
at Firestone. Also, he revealed this week that he played Firestone when he was 14 years old when his dad visited a friend in Cleveland.
Wow.
He was an amateur. How great
Jeez,
is that?
that's insane.
Plug your show. When is it?
Oh, it's 17th and 18th in August at the Rocksino. Get there. It's going to be a blast. Tony's going to come and hang out, too.
Sure bet I am.
Secret
I
people.
wouldn't miss it. You're good on stage. Good to
Aw,
be alive.
thanks.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.